What happens when your professional judgment disagrees with the curriculum sitting on your desk? Welcome to One Tired Teacher. I'm Trina Devery, and today, teachers, we are talking about following your heart and why teacher judgment still matters in the age of AI, compliance, fidelity, and accountability. Your voice and inner compass still matter, and they may matter now more than ever. Let's get started. I want to tell you something very important. Your judgment didn't disappear because someone handed you a pacing guide. It didn't disappear because someone brought you a new curriculum. It didn't disappear because AI can generate a lesson. Your judgment is still there. I had a long career in the school system. I started in 1997. I know it's a long time. When I started teaching in 1997, we almost had the opposite problem. We had very little direction. We barely had a curriculum. Back then, we called the standards benchmarks. Honestly, I couldn't even find a copy. Now I don't want to go back to that because I think that was really stressful and it was hard. We had to find our way in the dark. But one thing I will say is it taught me to trust my instincts. Eventually. It took time. It took mistakes. But that's how judgment is built. Then education swung in the other direction. Suddenly there were scripts, day-to-day lessons, program, fidelity checks, and sometimes children sitting in tears because the lessons weren't meeting them where they were. Talk about overcompensating. The thing we probably appreciate is some kind of structure, but what we don't appreciate is being told exactly what to do and exactly when to do it because we want to make sure we're on the same page as the teacher across the hall. We lose our autonomy and we all kind of end up striving for average. When nobody is allowed to think, we all end up aiming for mediocrity. And children deserve better than that, and so do teachers. I don't think average is the answer. We can use tools as support. Use the tools, just don't hand them your professional judgment. We can even use AI with discernment, but teachers should be allowed to decide, to make decisions, because after all, we are the ones on the front lines. We're the ones looking into children's eyes. We're the ones noticing confusion. We're the one celebrating breakthroughs. We're the ones who know when something isn't working. And if we're unable to pivot when something doesn't work, our kids suffer, and so do we. Remember this, good teachers don't ignore resources. They know when to adapt them. The most important thing to remember is to trust your instincts. They've been quietly growing for years. Every lesson, every mistake, every child you've loved, every problem you've solved. That's where judgment comes from. Believe in yourself. Lean into that inner voice, those inner feelings, that inner compass, and believe in yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we get better. Next week, we're talking about not just following the rules. Sounds scary? You might be surprised. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. If you're looking for something simple to help build classroom community during those first few weeks, I have a free Would You Rather Back to School edition. These Would You Rather questions are the perfect morning meeting prompts to get your kids discussing and solidifying their opinions with support. And it also makes a great opinion writing activity. You can grab them at trinadevery, teachingandlearning.com/would Would you rather BTS? I know that's long. It's all one word. Would you rather BTS? Until next time, sweet dreams and sleep tight.